dedicated to Max, and you guys are probably wondering, like, didn't you make a video for Max? Yes, I did, but I didn't really explain who he was, why I'm making it, so this is what this video is going to be about. So basically, Max is the sweetest guy I've ever met in my life, and if you meet him, or if you have met him, you're probably like thinking the same thing. Um, Max would teach basketball at camp, and so I would like always try to get basketball. It was like 2 or 3 times a day, and I usually always got it in the morning, but in the afternoon, like the second activity we had in the afternoon, when I had Emun, which is swim lessons, I would always be upset. I was like, oh my gosh, Emun ruins my life because I wanted to go to basketball and talk with Max because I was like close with Max, like in camp, like because I would like tell him things that would happen and stuff, and his goodbyegram was the most meaningful goodbyegram. Well, David's was also meaningful, but like, I mean, I don't know, but his I worked on for the longest. It took me 3 rough drafts. David's only took me 2. Max's took me 3. I had 3 rough drafts for Max, and I like I was up with Sam till like 2, 3 in the morning. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was 3. I don't remember exactly. We were listening to like rap music and writing biograms, and I like finished like all of them, and I was just sitting there for like half an hour or an hour, just like looking at Max's and like making it perfect and making sure I know like spelling errors or anything like that because I want his to be perfect. And I handed all of mine in like the night of banquets. And his went in last. His and David's went in last, and because I needed Max's to be perfect. Max, for Max in art, I made him a heart with an M in the middle, and I gave it to him during lunch. But like I didn't like call his name, and my whole I showed it to my bunk. They're like, "Oh my gosh!" And they all scream, "Max, Maxine wants you!" And I was like, "Really?" And so like he came over. He goes, "Yeah," and I gave it to him, and he goes, "Oh, that's so nice." And then he goes, "That's awesome." He gave me like a high five and a hug. And by the way, hugs from Max are the best. I was like, "Yes," and Sam was like laughing. Um, and what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, if you haven't watched David or Sam's video, Max also came to wake me up on the Figure Mapilim, and I was so happy. And when I was saying goodbye to him, so I got like 3 hugs from him or something like that. Yeah, it was 3. I was just like talking to him because it was like the last time I'm gonna see him for like a whole year. And the last hug, I ran up to him and I started to cry. I was like, like I'm gonna miss you and stuff. And as he was leaving, I just started to bawl my eyes out. And my brother Blake came over. He goes like, "What's wrong?" And I was just like hugging him and crying on his shoulder for like 10 minutes. I was bawling my eyes out, like all the way on the bus ride to Montreal. And yeah, I miss Max the most out of everyone. Like I miss everyone so much, but I'm pretty sure I miss Max out of everyone, like the most. And Max, I hope you watch this video because I had like 2 papers like planned of like what I'm gonna say, like, except I made it shorter. And I really worked hard on this video. It took me about 2 days to get all of my, so I hope you watched it. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to say about Max. And oh yeah, when they switched Max from Emek to Galil, I was so mad. I was like, why? Like, I was talking to Max. I was like, no, Max, don't go. Like, because Max was with enough boys. So like, when we would like split up into like enough, he was always in our like group, and I was always be talking to him like during their like night activities. I would like sit next to him and stuff. And then he left, and I was so mad because, and that's why I went to basketball a lot more. Like I did go to basketball a lot, but I only went like once or twice. And the second month when he went to Gleal, I went as much times as I could as possible. Like I would talk to him like on Saturday nights and stuff, and like after like meals, but like I didn't get to talk to him for like a long time, so that's why I went to basketball a lot. And so just really upset. I was really upset when he went to when he went to